Hey, you guys. All right, just quick video. I had a question. Did anyone else out there have an ex-narc that was like in and out of the judicial system, right? I wondered that because honestly, I wonder if most narcs have been in and out of that system. Now, in my experience, my dad hasn't. He's a different kind of narc where he like stayed kind of like squeaky clean on the outside and just did really dirty, grody shit like to people like in his house sexually. Right. But as far as for the majority of them, did your ex narcissist ever tell you stories about being in and out of the judicial system? Because mine's had one story in particular. Um, Honestly, that didn't ever get light shed on it until like later. Um, Excuse me. Quickly though, he told me the story about how his friend as a youth was being abused by his dad, not sexually, but just like physically beat up by his dad or something, and that him and the other friends had to go and help this kid. And by helping this kid, that meant breaking into the kid's dad's house with him and beating the dad up, right? Which apparently landed him in juvie. Well, later, what happened was he ended up my ex-narc, after he did the discard on me and the kids, right? About a month later, he ended up calling me a lot from jail. So finally, when I answered, his response was that he was in jail for beating up the 17-year-old mistress to our marriage, all the way out in Alexandria, Virginia, which is nowhere remotely near Washington, D.C. Okay? And he casually was just very cool about it, but what he was calling me for is to let me know that he was overpowered by this very strong, apparently insanely obese to his description, 17-year-old that manhandled his 6'2" head ass in her own apartment. Bullshit. And then later, who called me before I went no contact? Oh, the narc's mommy, right? You know Mommy Dearest gotta be in on that. She called me and was like, hey, can he stay here with you? Can he, because he needs a place to go. If I post bail for him, oh, here comes that cop sound. I don't know if y'all gonna hear it, but it's here. If he can stay with you, I'll post bail. He just needs an address so that he can like get out. Bitch, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Did that happen to you guys? This how I know this message legit. Because we talking about police while police roll. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, ho. Here we go. Sorry for the background noise, but it goes right with what I'm saying. Was a narc a jailbird, bitch? Was a narc a jailbird? Was this fool always in and out of some dumb bullshit? Was he always in and out of some bullshit? And was there always an excuse as to why it wasn't his fault? He didn't do nothing. He was just trying to defend himself. He was chilling. He was at the wrong place, wrong time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right? Was that ever your ex-narc? Until you realized in the future that you were the future jail time reason for the narc. You were the future court case because they did some weird shit to you. Right? It was all like weird stories and shit. Until what? It happened to you. You didn't even realize while listening and taking sympathy and pity on that bitch that you were going to be a future court case for the narc. I don't really know many people that have been involved with a narcissist that have not ended up in some form of a court situation, whether it's a restraining order, a divorce, domestic violence, theft, something. And I pray to God it ain't got shit to do with kids, right? So yeah, I guess this video is mainly because, like, when you meet new people, friends, family, coworkers, whatever, make sure when you get close enough and cool enough that they start telling you them whack ass, weird ass stories about how, like, they got in trouble, right? And that it was never their fault, and you start to hear a pattern of how, even one good story about how it wasn't their fault, I think it's time to go. Because a really good person, usually if something like that happened to them where they went to jail and it wasn't their fault, if they don't have to bring it up, they're not going to. The reason why the narc brings it up is because they know that in the future, your ass gonna be in one of those systems with them. You're either gonna be in the system because of them, you're gonna be in the system either for doing something to them or for them doing something to you. And they just want to go ahead and get that out there. It's almost like a weird, sick way of letting you know they're a criminal without taking accountability for being a criminal. Okay? And don't pick up no phone calls either, i.e. from jail or anything like that. If you get any collect phone calls, and of course they're collect because he was a broke bitch when he was with you, and he's a broke bitch while he's committing crimes after having discarded you. So he even needs you to pay the collect phone call bill for his lame ass being in jail. Don't be sending that bitch no commissary and all of that shit. All right, don't be listening to them whining. Don't pick up the phone for their mama, who first of all, the narc's mama hates your fucking guts. She fucking hates your ass. She knows the mistress. She knew about, like in my case, she knew about that dumb bitch that he beat up. 17 or not, bitch. She had the 17-year-old balls to call his wife looking for him. That would have been me. So she got her 17-year-old ass whooped, fucking around with some voodoo. And by voodoo, anybody who fucks around with a married person, you fucking with voodoo, bitch. Don't fuck with a marriage, ever. That shit always ends in somebody's death, okay? Usually in a death or an attempted fucking murder, which I will consider him beating the shit out of her in her apartment as a possible attempted murder, and vice versa. She probably got so mad after she found out he gave her some herpes and that clip clap clickety wiggity whap, right? When her vagina started looking like that Nestle's Crunch bar that glow in the dark on Charlie Brown's Halloween special and shit, right? Then you wanna like click clack on somebody and get all upside, bust them all in the head when you should have been busting yourself in the head instead of giving some head to a married man, right? So when they call with that sob story, baby, don't answer that phone, because most narcs have something to do with the legal system. Always do that background check, because more than likely, I promise you, you're gonna find at least one thing, at least. Again, pray to God it ain't got shit to do with kids or something, right? But you definitely gonna find something. No narcissist is squeaky clean. Almost no narcissist. I can't say that because, again, I don't think my dad's ever been in the system. He was in the military, but he wasn't in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you're gonna find something. I don't give a fuck if it's repeated traffic light tickets and shit. Why are they running red lights every 5 minutes? They don't give a fuck if they hit somebody with their car. Check that shit out. And never answer the phone for his mama, his female cousins. Don't answer the phone for that best friend that's a dude, because he's fucking them, even though he didn't call them to get out of jail. Don't answer the phone for his stepdad, regular dad, sister, little brother, auntie, nobody. Don't answer the phone for anybody that wants to talk to you about that narc. And if you happen to pick up a number you don't know, and the first thing they say is something to do with that narc, hang up in that bitch's face as if you had an old school phone in your grandmama's kitchen with the cord on it, or when you hung up, they could hear the slam on that shit. Just slam, bitch. Smash. Yes. Hang up harder. Yeah. It's harder as fuck. Hang up. Do not help out. Don't be opening your little beautiful ass wallet for nobody commissary. Fuck you look like buying this bitch ass loser a cup of noodles in jail after he was licking on some little chick little noodle. or some dude noodle, big dude, right? Fuck you look like feeding this slug. Nah. What you can do for him is you I'm gonna say it in a ghetto way, even though this is not the way I talk, but it's funny. I feel like what you might could do is pull out the world's tiniest violin and play it for him over the phone on that one complimentary collect phone call. You play him that little violin over the phone, or better yet, I got one for you. Well, let's play a real violin. I have one missing a string. Let's play a song for that narc in the prison system right now. Call and collect. I'm gonna call this song Call and Collect. Shit. I forgot. I don't know how to fucking play violin. So I guess they don't get no song, bitch. Anyway. Don't answer that call and fuck that narc. They all be in that system, boo. But have a nice day. And maybe you can learn how to play. I don't. One day. Bye.